welcome to the Movie Mail. How are you, especially after the success of Stree 2? It's clocking globally 700 crores.
Wow, that's that's a number I never thought I would be registering myself with. Uh, Firstly, hi Suniti. Thank you so much for having me. Uh, I don't know, yeah. I'm very aware this is not my film, and it feels amazing to have just been a part of such a. It's a mega blockbuster, and to be a part of a film that you have enjoyed viewing, and then to act in it, I think it's a very different kind of feeling. It's a very happy feeling. It's a very satisfying feeling, not only as an actor but also as an audience, as a viewer of something that you have enjoyed. So yeah, of course, very, very happy.
Right. And working with few brilliant actors in the film, you also got reunited with Tamanna, and after your stint with Ji Karda में थे आप लोग साथ में. How are you seeing her on the set again for shooting with something like this? Will you say that you are now close friends?
I think there's definitely a very large level of comfort that I have with Tamanna because of Ji Karda, and she's just someone. Whenever we hug, it's the warmest hug, and we're very non-filtered with our conversations. So I would say that it feels very, when you come onto a set, because I didn't know anybody over here, and they've already done Stree together, and they have great sync and comedy, and they're friends, and they know each other, and they're inside jokes. And then you come onto the set for a few days, and you're like, okay, how do I do this? So the fact that Tamanna was also there, and I was going to see her for a day or two, it gave me a lot of comfort in just knowing that she will also be there. And I always ask her lots of questions about, like, what should I be doing, this, that, and the other. She's had so much more experience than me, and she's very she very happily shares also. She's not one to like keep these things from me. So I had a lot of comfort knowing that Tamanna was also a part of it.
Right. And I really want to know how you guys managed to shoot that soft chitty scene, because it was so hilarious. I'm sure it must have taken a lot of takes. How was it?
No, yeah, actually, we had time constraints because they had a lot to shoot. So the first 1-2 times, obviously, everyone kept giggling and cracking up, and also the camera was not on me, right, when Abbas was singing. So I think it was more tough for him to keep a straight face and sing this, and all of us were just like giggling on the side. And there's actually a story to this. If I'm not wrong, they actually know someone who used to put his girlfriend to sleep by singing Soft Chitty Ball. Yeah.
If a name,
I swear to God, I don't know, and I don't think her name was Chitty. I think her name was something else, obviously. But he used to sing this to her, and I think that's how they found it so amusing that they thought they must add it.
How's your approach of selecting roles and script are like, and has it changed post Stree 2 at all?
No. I'm going to be very honest. I think my approach is quite simple. One, it should excite me or interest me. Or there has to be something about the project where I'm like, oh, this is something that I really look forward to. Which in this case was, I just wanted to be a part of a film that I had enjoyed so much as an audience. And to work with, like you said, such brilliant actors. I think they genuinely are so good and so sincere in whatever character that they choose to play. And all of them, I can't pick one from the other. They're all very, very, very good actors. And their sync and their timing and their reactions, मुझे बहुत ज़्यादा मजा आया to watch this film.
Right. And we've heard that Rajkumar Rao used to improvise on sets a lot.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. So do you also like to do that, or you have done it maybe in the past, or maybe in this film?
Yeah, even what do you say? The scene where Chitti comes running in, and of course a lot of it was written, but there were parts of it where we improv, where she puts her hand out and Apal then starts pressing her arm, or then Apal comes in between and then we push him aside. So there's a lot of that physical language also that we improved there and then. Chitti was there for a short duration, so इतना ज़्यादा नहीं कर पाए. But I do love improv, and I love it when in a scene your co-actor kind of throws something at you and you don't, either you know exactly how to react, or you're just like, oh shit, now what? Both things happen. But Rajkumar, I noticed in the few days that I was there, he does a lot of improv.
Yeah,
and he's so good. He's so quick.
You are clocking almost 7 years in the industry now, if I'm not wrong. And
Yeah.
you have worked on films and OTT projects,
Yeah.
And we have heard a lot that OTT projects sort of have been a blessing for even not just the aspiring actors, but the old actors as well, who are, making comebacks and all.
Yeah.
How it shaped your career and profited you?
I think it provided a lot of us the opportunity to just one, perform, to be able to perform characters which have been created with a little bit of risk, because at least in the earlier days, OTT didn't have so much pressure to make numbers or anything, right? So I think as writers, as producers, as directors, a lot of people started to take risks and create content which was not particularly similar. You had a 4 More Shots, but you had a Patal Lok. You had a Sacred Games, but you had a Mirzapur. So there were different worlds that were created, and very, very interesting, one from the other. So I think it gave a lot of us the opportunity to, one, show our versatility, and two, also just good writing, interesting writing, which was content became more superior to anything else, which is, well, it's the baseline of what you're doing, so it's required.
That's true. And you spoke about shows like Mirzapur and all. I would like to ask, would you like to be part of shows that are connected to Heartland, something like Gullak or Panchayat?
Yeah. Panchayat is such a heartwarming show. I feel it's such a simple story, and I feel like sometimes you feel like you really need to add a lot to keep people's interest. But actually, when you sit down, you also realize it's the simpler things in life that give you happiness, right? And Panchayat is a story like that. It's simple day-to-day things that they're going through. But when you're watching, you're like, even I've also been through this, or this is so sweet, or their reaction is so sweet. It's because you connect so well to it, but you connect to it because it's so simple. So 100%, I would love to be a part of a Heartland shows. Also, I feel like somewhere people, I've been doing a lot of urban characters, and I think maybe like people don't view me as someone who can play a small town girl, which again for me, Chitti, not completely, but it was like, at least people will see me in a different light, at least they'll understand that I can also be that whilst being someone from an urban city. That doesn't really create a barrier in my performance.
Definitely. And so, many aspiring actors feel that they have made it when they crack an audition with YRF or Dharma. And your first movie, Kathy Band, was with YRF, if I'm not mistaken, right? But during shooting that film or making that film, did you thought ki I have made it, or you were still scared of the unpredictability of the industry? Ki abhi kuch bhi ho sakta hai?
No, I thought I had made it. And of course, I mean, you're young, you're entering a profession that you really have no idea about. You have signed up with the biggest production house, which is anyone's dream. So you obviously feel like अब क्या हो सकता है, and उसके बाद बहुत कुछ हुआ. And that was my true learning in everything, because I realized that it's all so temporary. The ups, the downs, the anything can happen. So I also learned after that not to take the outcome of a project so seriously, because उसमें आपका ज़्यादा हाथ तो है नहीं, nor can you do anything about it. So I learned a lot, yeah. But yes, at that point, I really thought I had made it, and I was like, bah.
Okay. So the character Lala from Ho Gaye Hum Kahan is one of my favorite. Okay, and she is a social media influencer there.
Yeah.
And this term, social media influencer, or the followers of the actors, even the leading actors, they are most talked about nowadays. You know. So during any audition, maybe when you're giving an audition, or maybe even before that, have you ever been asked about your social media followers? कि कितने followers हैं आपके?
Yeah, and I think I always have to look away and very sheepishly answer this, because I'm actually no Lala in real life. There was a phase I remember where I actually lost 2 projects, and I was told it was solely because of my social media following, and they wanted someone with a larger following, and it was not even an actor that they went with. They went with an influencer, and it really hurt me, not because but it was just key. I've lost out on a project not because of my craft or talent or the way I look. It's because now suddenly I need to work on a different platform entirely and put in all my energy and thought into that, so that I can be working in my the first profession that I chose. So that hurt me, and then I realized that this is all a part of the profession. I can't do much about it, and I feel like there was also, I don't know, maybe a realization that maybe numbers don't have much to do with the fate of a film or a series just because you cast a certain person.
And apparently, an upcoming film named Vampires of Vijayanagar is arriving in the supernatural universe. Are we going to see Chitti in that universe, in that film, actually?
I love that you have thought of this idea. Let's manifest it, and then maybe you will see Chitti everywhere. Maybe Chitti will just be omnipresent in the horror universe. No, yeah, I don't have any idea about that, but I can always manifest. But that will also be a good addition to the horror universe that they have created.
Right. And then you have worked, quite a lot, I would say, and with some of the brilliant actors and directors as well now. Anyone you look up to in the industry, or you haven't worked yet and want to, desperately want to work with them, कि इनके साथ तो काम करना ही करना है.
I really want to work with Zoya Akhtar. I really want to work with Sujit Sarkar. I really want Sriram Raghavan. Like, there's so many. It's like me asking you ki name one person you want to interview. That'll never be the case, right? You want to. There's every person brings something different to the table or has their own forte, and each one of them is so good at what they do that I would love to work with all of them. But yes, at the top of my head, I would love to work with certain people, and of course I look up to. I mean, I always say this, that I feel like every project has given me a good amount of people that I've carried forward in my life. But I had a lot of respect for my director. Of course, that does not mean I've not had respect, but the reason is coming that we shot till she was 8 months pregnant. My Ji Karda director, Arunima. And that for me was, I had so much admiration, because you're in discomfort, you're big, you're going through your own changes, then to be fully present on a set. And it's not just the acting, right? You're overlooking a lot of things as a director. And she was just there, and most often so she was forgetting that she was pregnant and would climb on tables to show us what to do. And she was just a blast to work with. I remember Arunima.
And the show was also fab. I watched it in just one go.
Yeah, it was a really nice show, man. I pray that we have a season 2 of Ji Karda. But I think, like I said, everyone brings something to the table. You just have to kind of observe and recognize it. And Arunima I had a lot of admiration for, because to be working when you're 8 months pregnant is nuts.
Yeah, actually.
And then I had Arjun, who was my director for Kho Gaye Hum Kahan. And he and his vision, and he wanted something and he got it. But there was a lot of work we put into actually building that something that he wanted. But he was so sure that it made life a lot easier for everybody around him.
And before moving to your upcoming project, I first want to know, Never Kiss Your Best Friend season 3 kab?
You should call Nakul and tell him ki bas na do. Like, why wait? Just go ahead and do this.
That is the one show where I sort of got to know about you. Okay, Anya Singh, and what a fun show. So,
I'm telling you, just start a petition. That's the only way we can move this forward, I feel, at this point.
Right.
And again, a show that I really, really enjoyed, yeah. And a show that has consistently received so much love.
And what's next for Anya Singh? What kind of projects you're looking forward to?
What's next, so we can't talk about. That we will talk about when it's there.
Mm-hmm.
But I look forward to doing a lot of challenging and satisfying roles. I'm saying like as an artist, which when I come home, I'm like, today was a really good day. Today was a fun day. That's the kind of feeling I want to come home with. I really want to do a thriller in the darker space of things. That's what I want to tap into now and kind of explore that a little bit.
So yeah, that was it. It was lovely chatting with you, and hope to see you again soon.
I hope to see you soon on screen and off screen. And thank you so much for watching my work, Mansunidhi. That means a lot.